Welcome to Business Connection. I'm Liz Spencer. We have an old friend in studio. It's Mike Baker. He's from Dutchman Heating and Cooling, and you're the owner. Mike, when I see you, I tend to think I see you either at the start of hot weather or the start of cooler, cold weather. So here we are going into the winter season. And, you know, it is time for me to think about heating. I don't want to. I'll tell you that. I don't want to. But I also don't want it not to be there if I need it. So what do I need to be thinking about?
Right. Yeah, transition we're not always looking forward to, but yeah, we do want to be prepared. We want to make sure that our systems are working properly, that they're running efficiently so that they're not costing us too much to run, and just to make sure that we might avoid any breakdowns. So the easiest way to do that is to have it professionally maintained.
Okay.
If we come out and do the right type of clean and check, we're going to be able to save you money on your utility bills. We'll be able to do the job quicker for heating your home, make sure that it's efficient and safe, and reduce the heating costs. In fact, over the season, you should save more than it costs you to do it. That's
neat. I think we often don't think about our heaters needing, maintenance just like our cars do, because they're sometimes, they're tucked away in places we don't pay attention to.
Right. Yeah, they're pretty much automatic, right? Mm-hmm. If you set your thermostat, the time you think about it is when you're first setting it or when it's not operating. Mm-hmm. Not like your gas in your car where you have to go continually fill it up. You tend to think a little bit more about it then perhaps.
Right. No, I agree. Yeah, the two times I think about it is when I'm cold and when I'm really cold because it's not working any longer. And I'm sure you get a lot of calls at that time. Mm-hmm. So you come out, you do this kind of check. If I am thinking about my heating and thinking about winters past and that how long does the average heater last in my home? When should I be thinking about replacement?
Typically, the average life is 18 years. That's what our industry is telling us. When it comes to a furnace, about 18 years. And the air conditioner, about 15 years. So unfortunately, they're a matched system, and they don't have matched lives. So often, people will try and do something in between. If you wait till the very last breath, so to speak, of the system, you've usually paid too much to own it those last few years, where it's more frequent to break down and certainly a lot less efficient than the newer systems. So it's nice to maybe do it on your own terms a little bit before you need to. That way you can save on those breakdowns, not only for the comfort, but the money issues, and get something that has a warranty and that you can feel at peace knowing that it will kick on when it's time to heat the house. Right.
And you offer the warranty. It comes with the heater, which is really nice because then you take care of it too.
Right. Yeah, we're the administrator as well as the provider for the system. So there are warranties from manufacturers, and then we add labor warranty with that as well. So yeah, absolutely.
Sort of like buying a car that you want to have a warranty nowadays on just about everything.
Yep, absolutely.
So what's coming ahead and what's new and interesting in the heating cooling game?
Well, there are some things that are new to many people, but have actually been old in our industry. But it's just something that we're paying more attention to. And individual room comfort is one of the ideas that we've attacked many different ways. Traditionally through zoning with your existing system, and maybe having a couple of thermostats attached to some dampers for your existing system. And that might be the best way today as well. The systems have gotten much better than what they originally were. But one of the newer things that's the fastest growing part of our market is what we call mini split systems. Mitsubishi in particular is the leader in this technology, and what they offer is individual room heating and cooling. So what you can do is you can have your bedroom comfortable at night while not heating and cooling the entire first floor. So wherever you're at, you can have that room comfortable and not pay for the rest of the house to be heated or cooled. It's kind of silly that we have, one thermostat for the entire house. If we had only one light switch for the entire house, we would see how ridiculous that is in a hurry, because we don't need all the lights on where we're not. We used to have to do that with heating and cooling, but with these type of systems, it really gives us some new options. So if you have a trouble area that can't get hot enough in the winter or cool enough in the summer, this system might be the perfect solution for that. But there are people that are starting to look at this as, hey, I'm putting an addition on my house. Instead of adding it to that other system, why not just do it with the right system? They're so quiet and efficient, and really end up being the ideal solution.
Well, that's neat. So these, and I'm not surprised. We are all so individualized now. We want to listen to our own music on our own time. We want to watch TV when we want to watch it. So it doesn't surprise me at all that I want it just the right temperature when I want it. So it doesn't surprise me at all. So I can add a system in, say I have a basement that is colder than the rest of the house, or I could, if think about all this throughout my entire house with no traditional furnace.
Yeah, it's not quite to the point yet where people are typically replacing their entire system with this throughout the house.
It's coming soon, though.
I tell you what, if I was doing my own house from the bottom up, if I was building, I'd probably consider that as my favorite way to go, because, like I said, the quiet and these systems are even more efficient than your traditional systems to begin with, but especially if you're only heating or cooling the rooms that you're in. And one of the reasons we couldn't do this is because air conditioning in the past takes so long to be able to catch up if it fell behind. So you'd cool your whole house while you're gone. Now we can leave the whole house getting warmer while we're gone and literally catch up within 5 to 15 minutes in the rooms that we want to be in.
Wow, that's great. Now, one of the things I think that you've recommended in the past when we've talked about is air ducts, and now you offer the air ducts cleaning, which if you're going to go, get everything ready for the winter, you probably want to get those air ducts cleaned out too, because it has been a big allergy season, and that helps those who suffer from allergies to have a better air duct system, a clean air.
There's a few times I recommend it, or a few different types of situations. Certainly when you're moving into a house, whether it be brand new or somebody else lived there, you don't know what was left behind.
Right.
We certainly have construction dust or whatever, so I'd definitely do it then. I would also do it after any remodeling project throughout the house. Beyond that, I wouldn't suggest that it has to be done every year.
Okay.
Some of our customers may choose that, and that's not necessarily overkill. But I would suggest probably more on an every 5-year basis, just to get everything out of there. Because yes, you can get allergens and stuff that will stick and move a little bit. But really, if we're worrying about allergens, I might talk to somebody about what we can do to clean the air that's moving continually. So that might be an air cleaner, it might be a UV light, depending in particular what they're looking for.
You are just a wealth of information, Mike. One of the things I think is really great about your company is that you are very community focused. You're a Christian-based company. Tell me a little bit about how you give back to the community and why that's so important.
Well, one of the things I started out with our business is we advertised very minimally to begin with, because we didn't have a big budget, but we thought that ideal places would be with maybe the Naperville Library or with Boy Scouts or whatever the case may be. And my philosophy behind some of that was just that if my advertising dollar isn't effective, at least it went to an organization I look to support. So that was one of the easier, no-brainer things to do. Beyond that, yes, we do always look to not even I don't like to talk about our charity necessarily, but fun things that we can do to help our community, like at Naperville Rib Fest or the Last Fling. We have a misting canopy that we set up, and it helps cool people off on really hot days, and we hand out all these cooling towels dipped in ice cold water. It's kind of fun to see literally thousands of people coming through and getting that relief, because we know we can make them comfortable inside, but now it's kind of neat to be able to provide some cooling outdoors where they don't expect it.
That's right. Well, it seems like a perfect complement for what you do. Mike, thanks for stopping by and catching us up on everything that we need to know. And it's always nice to see you.
Well, thanks for having us.
We're going to be right back with more Business Connection.